Good morning, Luzon, Visayas, and the Mindanao. Get ready as we showcase to you Philippine volleyball's best of the best as we welcome you to the Shakey Super League National Invitationals Quick Set brought to you by Smart. At tingnan na nga muna natin dahil for today we have 4 games. Ano nga ba ang ating mga games for today? First is we will have the University of San Carlos going up against the Colegio de San Juan de Letran at 9 a.m. We have our opening ceremonies right after, and then Enderon Colleges will go up against the National University at 12 p.m. For 2 p.m. we have University of Batangas going up against the University of Santo Tomas. And for our last game of the day, it's the University of Southern Philippines Foundation going up against the Far Eastern University. At ngayon naman, since we have players from all over the Philippines, let us first hear from Feby Astilla of the University of San Carlos.
Have a chance to be here since I'm a senior and I also graduated recently, and I'm so happy I get to join with my team to perform here in this very prestigious league and get to compete with other very strong schools as well.
Nga rin ni Feby kanina, she's really very excited because she gets the chance to play one last time for her team. Ngayon naman, pakinggan natin from Letran. Let us hear from Lara May Silva.
Sobrang saya po namin yan kasi first time din po namin na ulit makalaro dito. So parang gagaling lang po namin sa parang pahinga. So parang excited po kami ngayon maglaro.
They really had that well-deserved rest after being in the NCAA Finals. At tingnan nga natin ano nga ba ang maipapakita nila for today. But before that, let us see saan ba mapapanood ang ating games. We have Smart Sports, free and open to all networks, and we are also live in Puso, Pilipinas, Facebook and YouTube. We are still live in all the Shakey Super League pages, and we are also live on Cable Channel 58 and Sky Cable Channel 70. Ngayon, tingnan na nga ba natin sino kaya unang mananalo para sa ating second season of the National Invitationals as we close Quick Set.
Of the best collegiate teams from the UAP, NCAA, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao will meet here at the historic Ninoy Aquino Stadium in Malate, Manila. First up is these two teams, the finalists of their respective leagues. Itong University of San Carlos will take on the Colegio de San Juan de Letran in our opening game of our 2024 Shakey's National Invitationals. Hello everyone who's watching us live. Ken Pangilinan alongside Rhea Agas. And Rhea, kakatapos lang ng ating 2024 Shakey's Girls Volleyball Invitational League just last month. And ngayon naman, 12 teams will battle it out here.
That's right, Ken. We are now at our second conference in this year-long Shakey's season. But what's even more exciting is that ngayong conference, we will witness new faces and also familiar faces all over our country.
Speaking of new faces, these two teams are pretty new here. Itong University of San Carlos and Colegio de San Juan de Letran. Let's take a look at our tournament format.
Well, we have 12 teams divided into 4 pools, and the top 2 teams per pool will advance to the quarterfinals, and the 8 teams will play in a crossover quarterfinals. Then the semifinals will be a knockout games following the best of 3 finals and bronze medal matches.
We're expecting at least this week very intense yung magiging mga laban natin. Especially with how our teams are grouped together here.
In Pool A, we have the UAAP champions in National University, and alongside dito sa Pool B, yung UAAP finalist, the University of Santo Tomas, and the CSJL champion, the University of Southern Philippine Foundation in Pool C. And of course, yung game natin today will be against NCAA finalist Letran and the CSJL finalist, University of San Carlos.
Should be interesting. Who will emerge from those respective pools? Let's take a look first at our team from Visayas, itong University of San Carlos Lady Warriors. And like we said, from Cebu, first appearance nila dito sa ating Shakey Super League National Invitationals.
And also, they are coached by legendary volleyball player, Coach Grace Antigua, who helped the Philippines win gold medals at the Southeast Asian Games in 1981, 1985, and 1987.
Kwentuhan lang natin kanina yan, Rhea. Ang dami nating natuklasan dito sa upunan na ito. And their lineup is pretty loaded, headed by Feby Astilla, and also their setter na si Jolly Velasquez. And like you said, Coach Grace Antigua, a lot of accolades, but she will try to lead this team here. And masusubukan sila dito because kalaban nila on the other side of the fence, the Colegio de San Juan de Letran Lady Knights, who was a finalist in the NCAA. Ito namang University of San Carlos, finalist naman sa CSJL. Speaking of the Lady Knights, surprised a lot during the last season of the NCAA Season 99, Rhea.
Well, the Letran Lady Knights vastly improved their performance from Season 98. They finished a 5-4 record in that season, and going into the Season 99, they finished a 7-2 record. Kaya naman, this team has really improved in terms of their performance in the NCAA. So that's something to look forward to for the Letran Lady Knights.
And this is their first stint under Coach Oliver Almagro, and a lot of familiar names here, headed by the NCAA Season 99 Freshman of the Year, Gia Makilang.
And also, this girl also named as the MVP and also a Freshman of the Year in the beach volley in that season, same season, season 99 in the NCAA beach volley.
Judel Nitura also there, and their team captain na si Lara May Silva. Binanggitan natin, ito si Gia Makilang. Look at those accolades na nakikita natin sa screen. So accomplished at a young age, ito si Gia Makilang.
Well, but the real question here, Ken, is definitely itong si Gia, she needs more help from her teammates, of course, going up against another finalist in University of San Carlos, that in the CSJL tournament.
And I must say, it's my first time here at the Ninoy Aquino Stadium. It's bagong renovation po ito, and it's just so fitting for these two teams to open things up at this historic venue. And nakikita natin University of San Carlos, like we said, it's their first stint kasi last year ang kasali for Visayas was University of Southern Philippines Foundation and University of San Jose Recoletos. But now, they will take on Colegio de San Juan de Letran here. And now we turn you over to Andrea Ballacer for our player introductions.
ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ninoy Aquino Stadium. This is the Shakey Super League National Invitational. This is match number 1 between the University of San Carlos Lady Warriors and Colegio de San Juan de Letran Lady Knights. And now let us meet the players from Colegio de San Juan de Letran Lady Knights. First off, their team captain and first libero is Lara May Silva. Make way for her teammates at number 1, Jodiel Netura. At number 2, Julian Castro. At number 3, Royce de la Cruz. At number 5, Kyra Almirante. At number 6, Angelique Ledesma. At number 7, Eri Marquez. At number 10, Natalie Estrelier. At number 16, Lasty Izar. At number 17, Leia Tapang. At number 20, Marge Napang. At number 22, Adja Yap. At number 25, Gia Makila. And their second libero is Andre Relucio. And now let us meet the players from University of San Carlos Lady Warriors. First off, their team captain at number 6, Feby Astilla. Their first libero is Nova Saledio. Make way for their teammates at number 2, Abby Bisnar. At number 5, Alia Capatulan. At number 6, at number 7, at number 8, Nova Saledio. At number 9, Lore Navaja. At number 10, Gana Suan. At number 11, Jer Lapitan. At number 14, Windy Sase. At number 15, Eliza Diaz. At number 16, Eunice Navarro. At number 17, Chris Atay. At number 18, Jolly Velasquez. At number 23, Raven Saladaga. Their second libero is Zoe Quizon. Presenting our game officials. First referee, Jay Deriquito. Second referee, Mr. Arvin de Tablan. Lady Knights, please proceed in the playing court for your photo.
Take a look here at the University of San Carlos and the Colegio de San Juan de Letran Lady Knights. Like we said, both of these teams made the finals but came up short in their respective leagues. Itong USC natalo kontra sa USPF and the recent CESAFI finals. On the other hand, itong Letran Lady Knights nabigo talunin yung 3-time champions na Benilde Lady Blazers. Both of their tormentors are also part of this tournament. We will see them later on. Mamaya nga din, we have 3 more games. Next up is Enderan and NU. So kaya ang dami no, na dapat abangan here in our Shakey Super League National Invitationals.
Yes, Ken, and aside from that, etong dalawang teams that we will have here in game number 1 is that, if I'm not mistaken, they will battle each other for the first time.
Yep.
And again, both teams are finalists in their own leagues. Kaya they have their fair share of experiences siguro being in the finals and also being in competitions like this. For Letran sa NCAA, sa San Carlos naman sa CSJL.
Coach O, as usual, marking out instructions para sa kanyang kupunan. Actually, both of these coaches, very decorated. Like you mentioned, Grace Antigua for USC, Coach Oliver Almandro naman for Letran. Should be a fun matchup between these two teams as we're moments away from seeing the starting 6 of both squads. USC kontra Letran here at the Ninoy Aquino Stadium. Such a lovely venue that we have. First time po natin dito. And now, let's see our starting 6.
Lady Warriors. First off, their team captain and middle blocker, number 6, Feby Astilla. Opposite hitter, number 2, Abby Bisnar. Outside hitter, number 10, Jana Suwon. Another middle blocker, number 11, Jer Lapitan. Outside hitter, number 16, Eunice Navarro. Setter, number 18, Jolly Velasquez. And their starting libero at number 8, Nova Saledio. Head coach of the Lady Warriors, Grace Rosario Antigua. And now, let us meet the starters from Colegio de San Juan de Letran, Lady Knights. First off, opposite hitter number 1, Judiel Nitura. Middle blocker number 3, Royce de la Cruz. Another middle blocker, number 6, Angelique Ledesma. Outside hitter, number 7, Eri Martin. Setter at number 10, Natalie Estrelier. Outside hitter, number 25, Gia Makilang. And their starting libero and team captain, Lara May Silva. Head coach of the Lady Knights, Oliver Almagro.
At na po ang starting 6 ng magkabilang kupunan for the Letran Lady Knights. This is a familiar starting 6 that we've been accustomed to in the NCAA Season 99, headed by NCAA Season 99 freshman Gia Makilang, as well as Nitura, Royce de la Cruz, Nat Estrelier. Their setter is also there. And for USC, headed by Feby Astilla, also there, their setter Johnny Velasquez. Yana Suwan also there. As we begin set number 1, brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. Velasquez sets it up. Letran in their dark blue jerseys starts things off with a hit galing dito kay Judel Nitura.
Well, we spoke with Coach Grace earlier. Nabanggit nga niya how excited the team is going to this conference, knowing that this is going to be a huge exposure for them.
I always ask this, Rhea, and you, given that you're from Cagayan de Oro, I'm sure you're pretty familiar with what these girls from Visayas are feeling right now as they commit a service error. Ano pakiramdam nila ngayon na nasa Manila sila? They just flew in the other day. It's their first time playing against top-level competition.
Well, of course, it's a different, again, level of competition playing in tournaments like this. Kaya for USC, this is going to be an experience for them that they can take away going into their season in Cebu, the CSJL.
Catch and throw violation laban dito sa Letran Lady Knights. Navarro on deck to serve. Actually, to si Navarro, who almost had a service ace In fact, she does get one. Ito si Navarro. Hiniram ito from Southwestern University. Actually, there are two players alongside si Saladaga na galing sa Southwestern University. And welcome additions para dito sa USC. But a service error will give the point back to Letran.
Well, the errors are slowing down both teams here in set number 1.
Judel Nitura was pretty instrumental in their campaign. Although she also commits a service error. Tabla pa rin tayo, 3-all.
Ito na ngayon nabanggit ko rather na slow start for both teams, and it's because parehas sila, they're committing service errors, which is crucial if you start a game like this, game number 1 and set number 1.
Ito yung kanilang team captain na si Feby Astilla. Actually, hindi na kasi nag-graduate na siya, but she will play this one out for their squad. Estrelier sets it up. Martin had to adjust. Pump set going to Bisnar. Good transition. Sa kabila pumunta. Nandun sa likod si Makilang. Martin one more time and she gets it to go.
It's a good rally we saw earlier, but this time, itong Letran finally saw that spot down the line courtesy of Martin. And also the defense of both teams was there in that rally. And we are yet to see plays coming from USC and Letran here in set number 1.
Yan Martin, hailing from Bulacan. And a service error gives a point back to USC. So, tatlong errors na itong Letran, no?
Two of which galing sa service yung error nila.
Speaking of errors, both of these teams have 3 errors apiece. Bit of a shaky start for these two squads. Angeles Dedesma on deck to serve. Yung tema kasi, no, para dito sa Letran, Rhea, was brand new coach, brand new system. And on the other side of the fence, you've got a quick attack from USC.
That was Girl Lapitan, and a better pass there from USC with that one-hand set. Paved the way for that quick attack courtesy of Lapitan.
5-all. Palitan lang tayo dito. So far, wala pang nakakapag-alagwa dito. Makilang. Good net defense there by USC. Lapitan tried to cover, but to no avail. And that was Yen Martin from the back row.
Was a good ball deflection of that pipe attack from Letran. And no one was there to recover on the side of USC.
Nat Estrelier, star setter for the Letran Lady Knights. Good serve. Free ball for the girls from Intramuros. Royce de la Cruz, ganda ng floor defense doon ng USC. Silva puts it up. They go to Makilang, cross court. Velasquez, reverse. Bisnar tried to go for it. But that's gonna be an attack error laban dito sa USC.
Yup, that set was too short for Bisnar dun sa likod, given that it was also a pipe attack. And also on the side of Letran, the blockers were there.
That Estrelier. Nanggaling din ito, no, sa King's Montessori School. And there was a double contact. And Letran getting another point.
That's a much needed block point for Letran. Finally, a 3-point lead for them. Napatawag si Coach Grace ng timeout.
Actually, it's a first technical timeout. We'll be right back.
There's nothing like winning the game.
Congrats sa promotion.
There's nothing like leveling.
TNT TikTok takeover na! Tuloy-tuloy na live selling. Tuloy-tuloy na food talk. Tuloy-tuloy na dance talk. Para may only TikTok, mag-TNT TikTok Saya 50 na! Lipat at load na!
USC now trailing by 3 points. Kanina palitan lang ng puntos. We've had what, 5 deadlocks already? But not Estrelier and the rest of the Letran Lady Knights slowly gaining headway here. Estrelier, ito attacking setter din ito for Coach Oliver Almandro. And her growth has been really vital. And now she gets a service ace.
And what's even more exciting for this girl, talking about Estrelier, is the fact that she is a lefty setter, also a crucial one if you're a setter.
That serve of the game brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order favorite 10 crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. That serve goes out that time around, stopping that 4-0 run by Letran. Meanwhile, we have a report from Mikey Abueg.
The Lady Warriors from the University of San Carlos, who just arrived last Monday, are feeling ecstatic to be here in Manila for the first time as a team. Naikwento nga ni Feby na grabe ang naging team bonding nila sa hotel because even with their room assignments, ay talagang nagsasama-sama sila sa isang room to spend some time together. I also asked the girls, ano nga ba ang gusto nilang matry dito sa Manila? At yun nga daw ay ang makasakay ng train dahil wala nito sa Cebu. Now let's see how these girls in yellow will be able to showcase Coach Grace's 4 Ds of determination, discipline, dedication, and desire to win. And will this help them to get the upper hand in today's match? What do you think, Ken and Rhea?
You know, Mikey and Rhea, yung mga binanggit ni Mikey in her report, no? Although teams from Visayas and Mindanao, they've shown, actually karamihan ng mga magagaling coming from Visayas and Mindanao as well. Pero in terms of yung development, like yung simpleng sa Cebu, wala pang train. You know, that speaks volumes as to, syempre, iba pa rin yung nasa Manila ka, no?
And napag-usapan namin to ni Coach Grace earlier. She's looking forward to that development nga in Cebu and as well as in areas in Mindanao. Not only, of course, yung development in the volleyball tournaments din. Having said that, makakalaro sila in tournaments like this is already a big opportunity for them to improve.
Middle blocker Royce De La Cruz will serve it out. Letran with a 5-point lead. Astilla sa gitna. One more time for Feby. Estrelier goes to Mertin. Already has 3 points. And the lefty, Navarro, gets that one to go.
2 lefties we have here on the side of USC. But in that last sequence, it was Navarro in that left mid, which is actually unusual, no, for an attacker, for a lefty attacker na papalo sa open.
Siya nga yung tatanong ko sa Rhea, kasi usually, as we see an illegal attack against Letran, ano yung dynamic, no? Because usually we see lefties at that opposite side of the court. Pero dun sa open side, bira natin makita yan. Ano yung dynamic if you're defending that kind of a spiker?
Well, if it's crucial if you're defending a spiker attacking, a lefty spiker rather attacking dun sa open area because hindi mo mababasa yung tendency, hindi mo mababasa yung down the line atake niya or di kaya yung cross court. Unlike to that, a lefty attacker attacking in the opposite position.
Navarro already has 2 aces. Makilam from the back row. Good defense sa likod. Silva. They go to Martin. Ganda ng depensa ng libero nitong USC. Just keeping the ball alive. Ledesma. That attack will go out.
Unfortunately for USC, although they scored a point due to that attack error of Letran. Unfortunately for them, no, maganda rin yung ball deflection ng Letran here in set number 1. Kaya in turn, yung mga palo ng USC naging chance ball on the side of Letran. And they are able to do transition plays.
Credit the Lady Warriors. They have battled back. This is now a 5-0 run after trailing by 5 earlier.
Oh, that was already an out of system play. But of course, Gana Suwan, still powering through. Not the best of sets for her.
Service error nga lang. Stopping that momentum.
Well, the same problem so far we're seeing for USC. Itong mga service errors nila.
Judel Nitura at the service area. Committed a service error earlier. Reverse set. And that is good. Courtesy of Bisnar.
Well, another lefty on the side of USC. And this time, at the opposite side. And right on time there. No one was there for Letran.
Feby Astilla. A good serve. Kita mo naman yung volleyball IQ doon ni Nat Estrelier.
You gotta love an offensive setter. Siyempre, kasi if dalawang attackers lang in the front row, you also have that setter na pwede ring umatake on your side.
Sa gitna pumunta itong Lady Warriors and lapitan. Scores her second point.
Well, ito yung kinakailangan ng USC so far. They have to side out, especially now that we are approaching our second technical timeout. They can't afford na malamangan sila ulit ng Letran.
Kita mo naman, 7 deadlocks agad. First game natin, opening set. Makilang trying to power through. Lapitan, siya na magsiset. Off speed. Chance ball for the Visayas-based squad. Nitura playing defense from the back. Another chance for the Lady Warriors. 1-2 play almost. Nitura, third time. In transition, hindi nila tawid. So ang puntos mapupunta sa Letran.
Well, the difference between these two teams, Ken, no, is that yung Letran, madami silang options sa atake, and that is because their setter and Estrelier, the ball distribution is there for her, but unfortunately for USC, hindi pa nga na-activate ang mga attackers nito, kaya they're really having a hard time in demonstrating their plays.
15 serving 14. Velasquez sets up Suwan. Sa gitna, De La Cruz. From the back, Bisnar. Oh, 1-2 play once more. Second time para dito kay Estrelier.
Well, you would not expect Estrelier to do that given that yung pasa nga a little far off the net. But that was a smart move from her. And etong Letran, they're up to our second technical timeout.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
TNT TikTok takeover na! Tuloy-tuloy na live selling. Tuloy-tuloy na food talk. Tuloy-tuloy na dance talk. Para may only TikTok, mag-TNT TikTok saya 50 na. Lipat at load na.
First game of our 4-game slate to open up festivities here at the 2024 Shakey Super League National Invitationals. Nandito po tayo sa Ninoy Aquino Stadium in Manila. Muli po, Ken Pangilinan with former UST Golden Tigress Rhea Maritela Raagas. And a special shout out to Tita Peanuts who's watching. 16-14 po ang ating talaan. Letran, biggest lead was at 5. Pero nakahabol itong Lady Warriors behind those kinds of plays. Lapitan with another attack from the middle.
Like I made mention earlier, ito yung kulang on the side of USC. For the most part, in the early part of set number 1. Puro sila open, no? And here they are able to activate itong offense in the middle. A crucial one here after that second technical timeout.
Suwon with a good serve. Makilang, the adjust. And she gets that one in, her first point.
Just a tip right behind the blocker itong atake from Makilang, and evident din yung pagka-beach volley player niya, no?
That smart power play of the set was presented by Smart. Live more today. Estrelier with his service error. Both teams with 7 errors. But we also saw glimpses of their potential. Itong USC, no? As Coach Grace Antigua will make her first substitution. Si Atay papasok. Lalabas muna. Itong si Bisnar. USC, they were the second seed. They finished 7-2 in the elimination round. But they had surprising losses against Southwestern University and USJR. Although USJR was the top seed during that time, as they commit an error on the attacking side, puntos mapupunta ulit sa Letran.
Well, talking about USC in their CSJL tournament, they actually, in their best of 3 match, the finals match, they actually dominated game number 1 against USPF. But for now, Coach Grace calls a timeout.
Okay, kilid-kilid lang. Down the line, kilid-kilid. Coverage sa luyo. Coverage sa luyo. Kinsay libero, ikaw. Oh, coverage sa luyo, ha?
Ay,
Ay, God, look. Wala to, quick.
kailan ko nindot dyan, ha?
Tara. Duha na pod.
Hey, vamos!
That huddle was powered by Smart. Live more today.
Parang nanibaguhan ako, Ken, no, hearing Bisaya coach in that timeout, but Coach Grace in that timeout, sinabihan niya lang yung players niya na to play smart in their offense, knowing na itong Letran nga, they're doing pretty good in their floor defense, kaya they have to outsmart the floor defense of Letran.
Kaya natutuwa ako sa mga analysts natin eh. Marunong mag-Bisaya, mag-Ilonggo. Comes in handy, especially we have 2 teams from Visayas and 2 teams from Mindanao. As Judel Nitura with a powerful hit.
And this time, Nitura taking advantage of the hands of the blockers, going for that down-the-line kill.
That smart power play of the set presented by Smart. Live more today. Gia Makilang. Short on her serve. Error number 8 laban dito sa Letran.
That was a good intention from Gia to actually target that short serve. No one was there for USC.
Velasquez countering with a service error of her own.
So far, itong USC wala pang sagot with their service errors already piling up here in set number 1.
2017. Can Letran take care of the opening set? But that will not help matters. Both of these teams racking up errors. Already with 9 apiece.
Exactly, and both teams, they need to take advantage of the service errors committed by their opponent on the side of USC. Naghahabol sila dito, but at the same time, Letran continues to commit service errors. So they have to also minimize service errors on their end.
Pump set. Suwan, the adjustment. 3 ball para dito sa Lady Warriors. Velasquez, pupuntahan si Suwan ulit. Gets it through the defense of Letran.
Better transition play there on the side of USC. The blocker on the side of Letran. And their team captain, Ledesma, I think was late and far off that net in that previous play.
New face for Letran. Coming in is Marjorie Napal, replacing Angela Desma at that middle blocker position. 2019 po ang ating score. Makilang. Free ball. Martin will get that one in.
So far for Letran, it has been Martin and Makilang scoring points for their squad.
Actually, itong si Martin and Nitura combining for 7 points already for Letran. Sa gitna pumunta, and Astilla will not be denied on that trip.
A better pass there from USC. So, ito na nga ulit yung kinakailangan nila, offense coming from the middle, because so far walang sagot itong Letran in their net defense, leaving the offense of USC with a single block.
Feby Astilla, the proud parents na si Perlita Astilla watching Letran. How will they respond? Martin has been the top scorer so far. Velasquez, they go middle. Nitura, bibigay ulit kay Martin. Atay, tinawid na lang. Free ball for the Lady Knights. Velasquez, dikit sa net yung set doon. Martin using her left hand. And a point for the Lady Knights.
Not the best of sets for Martin. And that was a little too close to the net for her. Ginamit niya nga lang yung left hand niya. But that attack was smart from Martin to just tip it over behind the blockers of USC.
Yan Martin had her battles with San Sebastian's Kat Santos. Kasi pareho silang taga Bulacan eh. And both have been pretty impressive in the NCAA. But etong USC, dumadami na yung kanilang error. That's already their 10th, forcing the hand of Coach Grace Antigua to call her final timeout of the set. And now we'll listen in.
Unat niya, pitik lang doon. Ay lang pag-gahi kayo imong siko. Ha? Tuluraan. Mubo kayo imong hatag in taon niya. Ay, ang gana, good siya. Relax lang, good. Ay, substitution tayo na. Siya, setter. Tara. Laban, tulong.
That huddle was powered by Smart Live More today.
Well, Coach Grace Antigua reminding the girls of their body language here in set number 1, particularly to their setter, na parang mababa daw yung kanyang sets to her attackers.
And I saw online one of her interviews, ito si Coach Grace Antigua, and she mentioned that a setter, she feels like is the heart of the team. What do you think about that, Rhea?
Well, I agree, Ken. The setter is the playmaker of the team, and to have a smart setter is actually crucial kasi nga siya yung nagpapatakbo ng offensive system niyo. So it's crucial for a setter na early in set number 1, ma-activate na nga ang iyong mga attackers.
Napal able to get that block. And now it's set point for the Lady Knights. Napal just short on that one.
Took advantage of that overpass from USC, but they have 3 match points here in set number 1, and on the side of USC, no room for errors.
USC trying to stay alive in this set. Makilang, powerful hit. Pump set. Free ball para sa mga taga-Letran. Si Sasing, bagong setter, pinasok ni Coach Grace. Now she goes to Suwan, and she delivers.
Finally, a much better attack or a cleaner attack there on the side of USC. So far, nahihirapan itong USC in their transition play. Di naaabot si center ang kanilang first ball, but this time, a better pass there on the side of USC.
Back-to-back points, but yun yung nagiging tema, no? In this set, a lot of errors from both of these teams, but that one proving really costly. 11th error leading to Letran getting this set number 1. And a close one, 25-22. Set number 2, just a bit when you return.
There's nothing like winning the game.
Congrats sa promotion.
There's nothing like leveling up. There's nothing like the first face-to-face. There's nothing like meeting the fam. For great times, great memories.
There's nothing like Shakey's.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power All-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
TNT TikTok takeover na! Tuloy-tuloy na live selling. Tuloy-tuloy na food talk. Tuloy-tuloy na dance talk. Para may only TikTok, mag-TNT TikTok saya 50 na. Lipat at load na.
Pretty close, set number 1, but Letran edging it out, 25-22. And yung opening stages ng ating first set, Rhea, palitan lang, no? 5-all, and then Letran made a 5-0 run, separated themselves a bit, pero bumawi din naman itong USC na itabla pa. But a latter push by Letran, they were able to just take care of this opening set and cutted it out in the end.
Exactly. It was actually a slow start for both teams. Pareho sila committing a few service errors. And on side of USC, nahihirapan sila with their transition plays as opposed to that of Letran. They took advantage of the transition plays here in set number 1. As we take a look at the numbers here, magkapareho sila in terms of attacks with 11 apiece, but lamang itong Letran with 2 blocks. And although lamang itong San Carlos with 2 aces compared to 1 of Letran, unfortunately for San Carlos, again, they committed 11 costly errors, most of which are coming from the service area.
Sipin mo, 44% of the points ng Letran just coming off the opponent's error. So, medyo masakit yan, no? If you're USC. But good news, brand new set, set number 2. Pwede sila bumawi dito. Yan Martin has been a top scorer so far with 5 points para dito sa Letran Lady Knights, the Intramuros-based squad. And kalabay lang mga Cebuana, taga Cebu, USC. Set number 2 underway, and it's brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now.
What's good for Letran in that set number 1 is that yung ball deflection nila off the net defense.
Ooh, look at that hit. Judel Nitura.
No one was there on the side of USC. It was like a free spike for Judel Nitura in that last play.
That Estrelier coming from the King's Montessori School program headed by Coach Onyok Getigan. Nakita natin, no? Yung KMS was a semi-finalist in the recent Shakey's Girls Volleyball Invitational League. Gia Makilang joining the scoring parade para dito sa Letran.
We got to love the options for Estrelier in her attackers. This is a deadly one. Talking about the attackers of Letran.
Maibalita muna tayo kay Mikey Abueg.
Do you guys know that NCAA Rookie of the Year Gia Makilang actually hails from the same region as the girls from USC? Siya nga ay taga Bohol, kaya naman ay natuwa daw talaga siya nung makita sila dito. And she even saw a few familiar faces. Sabi pa ni Gia, nakilala talaga ang Cebu na malakas na team. That's why she really is looking forward to go up against these girls. And now Gia and the girls mentioned that Coach O just recently came back from a training camp from Japan. Kaya marami silang adjustment sa kanilang skills and drills because at this time, mas kailangan nga raw nilang gamitan ng utak ang paglalaro similar to Japan's technique. Now let's see how Gia and her team can apply these new learnings. Ken and Rhea?
Thank you, Mikey Abueg, our courtside reporter. 3-1 ang ating score. De La Cruz adding on to that. And it's now 4-1 for Letran.
And so far for Letran, we have Netura, Makilang, Martin, and this time, De La Cruz contributing points off the offense.
Binanggit ni Mikey, no? Si Gia Makilang, taga Visayas din from Bohol. As Astilla gets on the board in the second set para dito sa USC.
That was a courtesy of a better pass there on the side of USC. More options for the offense, talking about USC.
Oh, si Astilla had a gift but unable to unwrap it. And that leads to an error once again laban dito sa Lady Warriors. Letran Lady Knights, they surprised a lot of teams in the NCAA season 99. I'm pretty sure not many people had them on the radar to march into the finals, but they did so under Coach Oliver Almagro. Took over in the off-season and instant dividends agad, no? Para dito sa Letran Lady Knights.
Exactly. In season 98, they finished with a 5-4 record, and in that last season, in season 99, they vastly improved with a 7-2 record. And for that reason, no, this, for being the finalist in the NCAA, this is now their first appearance in National Invitationals, the Shakey Super League.
Si Navaja pinasok na dito ni Coach Grace Antigua. And Letran, nung opening game nila, that was against Arellano. That was their very first game. Lahat sila inakabahan. Natalo sila nung first set. But Coach Oliver Almagro just pleaded them to play their game. Did not put pressure on their shoulders. And just took care of the last 3 sets. And from there, yung momentum nila nagtuloy-tuloy. As plays like that are a huge reason why Yen Martin with another point.
Well, we talked about this earlier, Ken, with Judiel Netura, yung role ng coaches in terms of giving momentum to the game. Sabi nga niya, it's not how hindi yung sa tono, yung sa boses ng coach, rather yung mga sinasabi niya and yung essence ng sinasabi niya. And siguro for that reason, yun yung naging motivation ng Letran.
Service ace for Judel Nitura. And now they lead 8-3 here in set number 2.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
TNT TikTok takeover na! Tuloy-tuloy na live selling. Tuloy-tuloy na food talk. Tuloy-tuloy na dance talk. Para may only TikTok, mag-TNT TikTok saya 50 na. Lipat at load na.
USC Lady Warriors will have to find their second win because Letran certainly has the momentum now. They are now up 8-3 here in set number 2. Gia Makilang. Slow start actually, only 2 points. But it has been Yen Martin has put in the scoring cudgels alongside Judel Nitura. And a block! Wow, Angele Desma. A force at the net
ka-crucial yung mga roles ng middle blockers we have here on the side of Letran. Of course, other than Nitura, Makilang, and Martin on the side of Letran, you also have points coming off the middle in their quick attack and also in their blockings.
And medyo nababasa na nila yung mga atake nitong USC. Sa kanina, medyo, syempre, hindi pa nila kilala eh. Getting themselves familiar, guys, with each other. Ledesma, this time, on the attack.
Back-to-back points from Angelic Ledesma. First was that single block. Now this time, outsmarting the defense of USC with that power tip.
Gana Suwan. That attack goes wide.
Well, this has been the instruction so far of Coach Grace, no, na iwasan yung mga blockers ng Letran. Because so far, Letran is doing a good job with their net defense. And unfortunately for USC, hindi nga nila, they can't take advantage of the hands of the blockers.
Did you know, ito si Judel Nitura has 5 siblings, all playing sports. Eh, nitong naaraang June nga lang, yung Shaina Nitura nanalo ng MVP award and a championship for Adamson. Ledesma with 3 straight points naman para dito sa Letran.
And talking about Nitura, yung resemblance ni itong si Judil Nitura with her younger sister in Adamson, andun talaga, no? But this time, mapatawag si Coach Grace ng timeout. Makinig muna tayo.
Uy, klaro man kayo nga ilang mga kuwan ba? Targets to nga, hindi sa ngapon gisulti, sila mo apply. Kaya butungan sa nato, tunga nga. Isik-pisik lang tunga. Kaya ba ka nga nablakan ka? Nag-ana mo ka. Sikaw kita sa bracket at tumanga lagi. Aron ka kita ka ana. Huwag pa doon sa lubong. Na. Alia, dili mang kuwan niya attract. Ay, pagkala si babaw.
That huddle was powered by Smart. Live more today.
Well, simple instructions there from Coach Grace, no? Because so far, Letran is doing a good job in their floor defense. Kaya naman for Coach Grace, the girls from USC should take advantage of that space dun sa floor defense in the middle of Letran and just tip things over behind the blockers of Letran.
Nitura with an unorthodox serve. Nasisense na ni Coach Grace, lumalayo na eh. Etong Letran, this is now a 9-point lead. Estrelier sa gitna. Ledesma has been a force to be reckoned with here in set number 2.
A good activation there from Estrelier. That was a quick set 2 and no one anticipated that on the side of USC.
And you know, it took some time for Estrelier to activate her middle blockers. And now nakikita natin, Ledesma is on a roll right now. That's her second block.
Ganyan ka-crucial yung role ng setter, no? You really have to activate your attackers because then magaganahan or they will be able to gain momentum.
Check that. That was Estrelier getting that block. Nitura, medyo naubusan na ng bala. Service error laban dito sa Letran. Stopping that run by the Lady Knights. Silva goes to Estrelier. They go to Makilang from the back. Chance for USC. Oh, that's a good attack from Kaputolan.
And a more, I would say, systematic transition play there for USC. And more intentional din sa kanilang approach and attack. Talking about that last sequence.
USC, like we said, similar record sila ng Letran eh. 7-2 sila in the elimination round. Sa Sisafi naman, natalo sila sa first seed USJR and Southwestern University. They were the second seed coming into the semifinals. They were able to beat the third seed CIT. Kaya lang nabigo sila laban sa USPF. And a point by the Letran Lady Knights.
Early in the first set, itong Letran, they scored 2 block points, but so far here in set number 2, already 2 block points na itong si Ledesma.
Martin actually now is closing in into double figures. Makilang with an off-speed attack.
And this is what we love about Letran, yung variety of offense nila here in set number 2. They are ahead here in the second technical timeout, 16-5.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
TNT TikTok takeover na! Tuloy-tuloy na live selling. Tuloy-tuloy na food talk. Tuloy-tuloy na dance talk. Para may only TikTok, mag-TNT TikTok Saya 50 na. Lipat at load na.
Coach Oliver Almandro continuing to iron out the details for his squad. Bagamat lamang sila dito by double figure, 16-5. Coach a type of coach that doesn't sit on his laurels, no? Kahit gaano kalaking lamang, patuloy yung pagtuturo.
Well, especially because you're also going up against a finalist in USC. And this time, a much-needed point there for USC off that second technical timeout.
Kaputolan with her second point. Did not start this game. Pinasok lang dito in set number 2. Kaya kakwentuhan natin si Coach Chris kanina, no? Napakagulo pala nung nangyari sa last CSJL season nila. Binanggit ko na nga, pumasok itong USC as the second seed. Nakalabay na USPF. And another point by the Lady Warriors. That was, I think, lapitan.
And this has been missing sa set number 1, yung attacks other than all open and opposite attacks. Hindi natin nakita yung mga running attacks, yung mga quick attacks. But unfortunately for USC, they continue to commit service errors.
And just to go back to that CSJL season, yung USC pumasok sila, number 2, finals. Kalabay la USPF. Yung USPF pala noon, they were the 4th seed coming in. Kinailangan nila talunin yung University of San Jose Recoletos. And in fact, they did.
Yes.
They were able to defeat them. And yung finals, grabe din. Nanalo yung USC game 1 straight sets. Gia Makilang on the other side of the fence for Letran, starting to heat up, getting a point for the Lady Knights. 18-7 na po tayo. And then, dun nga sa finals, USC grabbed the first game. And then, pagdating ng game number 2, the unfortunate event for them nung set number 1, one of their key players, si Kat Betancio, suffered an ACL tear. And although umabot ng 5 sets yung game na yon, in game number 2, actually 2-1 na sila lamang doon. Pero nakahabol yung USPF. And then game number 3, USPF won that one in 4 sets. And that's why silver medalist itong USC. But still, they are here. They're trying to mount a comeback. Medyo malaki yung kailangan lang habulin dito. But still, malayo pa naman itong set number 2. And so error laban dito sa Letran.
And so far, talking about USC, they are actually trying to close things out here in set number 2. But ayun nga, what has been missing is their offensive plays other than the offense of that opposite and open attack. Hindi sila nakakapag-transition plays as well compared to that of Letran. And although ayun na nga, already an out-of-system play, but still Letran, courtesy of Makilang, really taking advantage of that set.
19 serving 8. Letran gunning for a 2-0 lead. Navaja, pinasok din dito in set number 2. Combination play ni Tura. Navaja one more time, cross court. Depensa nandoon para ay Martin. Isar tried to tip it but to no avail. Point goes to the Lady Warriors.
That set was too short for that quick attack, but also a good intention from Estrelier. Although medyo malayo na nga yung first ball sa net, but still the intention to go for that quick attack and hoping na single block ang kanyang attacker was actually a good one from the setter of Letran.
Jolly Velasquez, their setter, their main setter para dito sa USC. Makilang, they will reload here. Martin will fall short.
Back-to-back attack errors now for Letran. And it's crucial for them to commit these errors now that USC is actually slowly gaining their momentum here in set number 2.
Estrelier, pupuntahan si Makilang at the right pin. Oh, Makilang has been unstoppable here in the set number 2.
Good intention from Makilang to go for that down-the-line hit. Of course, targeting the smaller blocker of USC, but too much of an angle in that last sequence.
Estrelier. Ball still in play. Navaja. And gets it para dito sa University of San Carlos.
Errors now so far piling up for Letran. And ito na nga yung it's slowing things down for them, talking about Letran.
4-0 run ito para sa Lady Warriors. And another chance for them to map out a play. Tapang, Estrelier, back to Tapang. And finding a seam in the back row defense nitong USC.
And this is what I love about the setter in Estrelier. Although, andun na nga yung attacker, andun si Martin in the front row, but still she chose to set that ball to Tapang in that opposite attack para nga ma-activate din ang kanyang attacker in Tapang.
20 serving 12. Velasquez pump set. Pagkakataon para sa Letran. Sa likod pupunta, Makilang. Makilang doing work from the back. Tapang will try to finish it, but Velasquez able to secure it. That ball goes out. Point goes to Letran.
Again, USC, unfortunately for them, they can't convert points from that transition plays. They're really having a hard time of outsmarting the floor defense of Letran because so far Letran has been spot on in their floor defense. Nakita nga natin earlier yung defense ni Makilang in the back row.
Fabi Astilla gets denied there. And there will be a timeout requested by Coach Grace. At lumobo na ulit kalamangan dito ng Letran.
Distansya. Ikaw ba, mailang mo, kapit kilang good. Sakto na pero ano diha sa liniluyo ba? Na. Ikaw akong salingan diha. Sige na. Bawian ang score diha. Gomas! Tara.
That huddle was powered by Smart. Live more today.
Well, so far, no, kahit sa mga previous timeouts ni Coach Grace, yung mga instructions niya are mainly focused on the offense of USC. Because at the USC, they're actually doing a pretty good job with their passing and their floor defense. But unfortunately, sa kanilang atake, they can't seem to outsmart the blockers and the floor defenders of Letran. Kaya for Coach Grace, paulit-ulit niyang nire-remind yung girls to play smart with their offense.
That time around, Navaja scoring her first point.
That's how you would want to respond to a timeout. A better and a smarter play attack there from Navaja, targeting that corner pocket back row.
Check that second point para dito kay Norilyn Navaja. Almirante, bagong pasok. And that one will fall short.
For contact violation on the side of Letran. 2 consecutive points for USC after that much needed call for time from Coach Grace.
Tutuwa ako sa mga timeout ni Coach Grace. Naalala ko si Coach Yoli last year. Parehong malambing, but pareho ding na gusto i-will itong kanyang mga players to get a win and fight. And yun nga, no, kausap natin siya kanina, yung distinct na quality ng pagiging Bisaya, yung pagiging palaban, no?
Exactly.
And that's something that she wants to instill to her girls, especially now that they're facing a huge deficit. 23-14. Makilang will set it up. Tapang goes for it. Suwan was denied. Oh, Ledesma has been a brick wall on defense.
That's going to be her 3rd block point, talking about Ledesma, but this time, right on time there. No entry for Suwan in that attack.
Set point for Letran. 24-14. Gana Suwan again. Ledesma getting her hands on it. Estrelier, pipe attack from Makilang. Suwan. Patuloy pa din. But Tapang nakahanap ng siwang. And now, Leia Tapang and the rest of the Letran Lady Knights taking care of business here in set number 2.
Well, for San Carlos, it has been Suwan in that last rally who has been trying to score a point for USC, but this time, itong Letran si Tapang naman bag set number 2 here in game number 1, 14-25.
There's nothing like winning the game.
Congrats sa promotion.
There's nothing like leveling up. There's nothing like the first face-to-face. There's nothing like meeting the fam. For great times, great memories.
There's nothing like Shakey's.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
TNT TikTok takeover na! Tuloy-tuloy na live selling. Tuloy-tuloy na food talk. Tuloy-tuloy na dance talk. Para may only TikTok, mag-TNT TikTok saya 50 na. Lipat at load na.
Sets on lead para dito sa Letran Lady Knights. Set number 2 was pretty much a dominant one. 25-14 yung naging talaan po doon. And right from the get-go, the Lady Knights just seizing control, led by as many as 11 points and never look back, Rhea.
Yes, to start off set number 2, itong Letran, they really powered through with 8-3, a 5-point lead for them, and also they took advantage of the service aces they committed in the early part of set number 2. And again, a convincing second set win nga for them. And what has been the game changer for Letran was the blockings of Ledesma that really stopped the attacks of USC. But unfortunately for USC, still they continue to commit yung mga service errors nila, which has been slowing them down in terms of their offense and also their overall system in set number 2.
And that's why Letran just needing one more set to get a win here. And the numbers speak for itself, Rhea.
Well, we have here for Letran, they have 15 attacks compared to only 7 of University of San Carlos, but also 3 blocks, again, courtesy of Ledesma compared to 0 of San Carlos, and also single ace for Letran, 0 of USC, and again, service errors of USC, again, piling up here in set number 2.
In total, no, 17 errors na itong University of San Carlos. And Coach Oliver Almagro, again, always a mentor. Despite the lead, patuloy pa din yung kanyang pag-push sa kanyang mga girls here in Letran. Our TNT budget tropa of the game, mag-load na sa inyong suking tindahan. If you're USC naman, still sensing that positive energy despite facing this huge deficit, Coach Oliver Almagro has turned things around para dito sa Letran. And like we said, kinausap nga natin si Jodel Nitura kanina, no? And she was just raving about how Coach O has really molded her. Dahil nga, it's her second year in Letran. First year niya under Coach Mike Inoferio. And binanggit niya, no, na especially her floor defense has really turned things around for her ever since eto si Coach Oliver Almagro took over.
And you can really see that from that na translate in the numbers we saw earlier. Itong Letran, they have 2 blocks and 11 attacks in set number 1, but here in set number 2, they increased that to 15 attacks and 3 blocks, which really goes to show that itong Letran, they are continued to improve as a team. And on the side of USC naman, unfortunately for them, although sa set number 1, they got 11 attacks, but here in set number 2, ayun na nga, napigilan ni Ledesma ang kanilang mga atake.
This set brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. Third set na po tayo. Astilla going for it. An error laban dito sa Letran to begin set number 3. First point for the Lady Warriors.
Well, a much needed first point here for USC because so far in the previous sets, no, itong Letran ang laging nangunguna sa scoring.
Kilang, oh, what a hit there from the reigning NCAA Season 99 Freshman of the Year.
That has been the sweet spot of Makilang, that down-the-line hit, just powering through the blockers of USC.
That smart power play of the set presented by Smart Live More today. Good serve from Estrelier. And if you'll notice, si Leia Tapang is now playing that opposite spiker position for Coach O. Estrelier goes to Tapang one more time, and why not? She delivers once more.
Again, for Letran, they're continuously improving in their offense, and this time, much needed activation again for Tapang in that opposite pin.
Si Leia Tapang yung spark plug nila during the last season. Every time na kailangan nila ng energy, lalo pag nagkahabol sila, it was Tapang that provided that. And Gia Makilang brimming with confidence. Slow start in set number 1, pero ever since second set, nagtuloy-tuloy na siya dito, Rhea.
And also a steady player, a steady attacker for Letran here. Of course, if you have her in the front row, you really should take advantage of her in the offense.
Another error laban dito sa Letran. And Rhea, you've seen Gia Makilang now up close. What impresses you the most about this young girl from Bohol?
Well, to think na she's only first year, but yung paglaro niya, the way she brings her team, parang hindi siya rookie ng team nila. And also, what I love about this girl is yung takeaways niya from being a beach volley player and incorporating that here in the indoor volleyball. Also, to look out for, talking about Makilang.
Oh, Royce De La Cruz. Quick attack. Now, Letran emerging with a 5-1 lead here in set number 3. And going back to Gia Makilang, she and Leia Tapang they were able to win the championship in the NCAA Season 99 Beach Volleyball Tournament. And itong Letran, tuloy-tuloy pa rin dito. 6-1. And going back to Letran's season, they went 4-0. Tapos nadapa sila kontra sa Binild. And then follow that up with a bit of a surprising loss against Mapua. So medyo yung adversity, it kicked in a bit at the middle portion of that elimination phase. Pero agad naman silang bumawi. Finish off strong in that elimination round. Last 3 games nila na ipanalo nila. That's why they had a 7-2 record, including that crucial win against LPU. As Leia Tapang once more para dito sa Letran.
You made mention nga earlier, Ken, Leia Tapang, a smart vlog on the side of Letran. And other than Makilang, and of course in the absence of Judel Nitura, this girl has been really stepping up in the offense for Letran.
Letran went on and won yung knockout semifinals naman nila, no, against LPU. Won that one in 5 sets. Meanwhile, that was a good set, one-handed set galing dito ay Johnny Velasquez.
Well, not the best of attacks from USC, but ito na nga yung kinakailangan nila to outsmart that floor defense of Letran. But again, unfortunately, for the girls hailing from Cebu, itong service errors nga nila are piling up.
Now we head into our first technical timeout. Labang Letran, 8-3.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
TNT TikTok takeover na! Tuloy-tuloy na live selling. Tuloy-tuloy na food talk. Tuloy-tuloy na dance talk. Para may only TikTok, mag-TNT TikTok saya 50 na. Lipat at load na.
Again, a look at how our teams are distributed here in our respective pools. Nakikita natin sa Pool D, kasama nitong dalawang kupunan na naglalaro ngayon. Itong 3-time defending champions of the NCAA, itong College of St. Benilde. So later on, Rhea, makikita natin yung rematch ng finals ng NCAA Season 99. And later on, NU and Enderan will lock horns in Pool A. So, dami nating mga matchups na kaabang-abang dito in our opening day of our 2024 Shakey Super League National Invitationals. Again, it's Ken Pangilinan with Rhea Maraagas. Royce De La Cruz now on deck to serve. Bisnar. Nandun si Makilang sa likod. Martin started off strong and that continues for the Bulaqueña.
Although the blockers were there talking about USC, but unfortunately for them, yung attack coming from Martin was too powerful to defend that.
Martin leading the way para dito sa Letran. And Royce De La Cruz getting a service ace.
And I would say a better showing, an improved showing rather from Letran here. They, again, in the first set, medyo mabagal yung kanilang start, and here, activated na lahat ng kanilang mga attackers, and that's because Estrella are really doing a good job in setting and also ball distribution.
Block point. This by Estrelier forming a wall at the net. Si Estrelier kasi very athletic din mataas din tumalon. So at that setter position, nakaka-depensa din siya at the net. But that time around, Royce De La Cruz committing a service error.
And talking about Estrelier again, what I love about this setter is that she's really trying to go for that jump sets every time she has an opportunity. Kasi mahirap basahin yung mga jump sets. Hindi mo alam kung saan ibibigay if you're the blocker. But unfortunately for Letran in that last sequence, that attack courtesy of Martin was too powerful and committed an error.
Letran with a 6-point lead. Oh, look at that hit coming from Leia Tapang.
Good decision there from Estrelier to go for that combination play. Ito na nga yung nabanggit ko earlier, yung jump set ni Estrelier, leaving a single block to that attack coming from Tapang.
12-5. Sa gitna. Probably the lone bright spot so far para dito sa USC has been itong si Lapitan. That smart power play of the set presented by Smart. Live more today. Lapitan, by my count, has 5 points. Joust at the net. Lapitan again.
Aggressive middle blocker we have here, talking about Lapitan. Back-to-back points coming from her at this time. Really just taking advantage of that overpass from Letran.
Leia Tapang. Oh, gets it in. Already 4 points in this set alone for Leia Tapang.
Though not the best of sets for her, itong si Tapang, but just really outsmarting the defense of USC and targeting that open space in the middle defense of USC.
Joust at the net once more, and that was Gia Makilang scoring for the Letran Lady Knights.
Well, itong Letran, they're really going after that high-pressure serves, disrupting the passes of USC. Kaya naman itong USC, well, hindi sila nakaka-establish ng kanilang offensive plays and has been returning chance ball dito sa Letran.
And itong Letran, prior to their finals appearance last season, matagal-tagal din sila hindi nakapasok sa Final Four. Estrelier committing an error and finally breaking through. Unfortunately, just losing against Benilde in the finals. But yun nga, yung culture, the way it has turned around for them. And kausap nga natin si Judel kanina, and she mentioned na very modest yung kanilang expectations heading into that particular season, Rhea. Kasi nga, bagong system, bagong coach, nangangapa pa. Initially, ang target na nila was getting back into the Final Four, di ba? And pleasant surprise for them, mabot sila ng finals. And although they did play without any pressure whatsoever during their matchup against Benilde, and ultimately talent was just too much for the Lady Blazers. And now we have our second technical timeout.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power All-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
TNT TikTok takeover na! Tuloy-tuloy na live selling. Tuloy-tuloy na food talk. Tuloy-tuloy na dance talk. Para may only TikTok, mag-TNT TikTok saya 50 na. Lipat at load na.
Letran closing in on this third set, leading this one 16-8. University of San Carlos, they started out really well, going toe-to-toe with Letran in the first set. But ever since nag-pull away, itong si Letran at the latter stage of that opening frame, talagang di na sila nagpakawala. Talagang nagtuloy-tuloy na sila dito, Rhea.
And really what changed for Letran here is yung activation ng offense nila coming from the middle, and also the blockings of Ledesma has been crucial for them.
Not only that, but the service aces have been piling up. Angel Ledesma. Meanwhile, Mikey Abueg has a report for us.
You guys have mentioned how Letran didn't expect to be in the finals last NCAA season, and I asked Lara May Silva, and she told me that she is still on cloud 9 right after that finals appearance. At sabi niya nga, ay nakakatuwa na hanggang ngayon ay tinatanong pa rin sila ng mga tao sa nararamdaman nila dito, wherein they made history because after more than a decade nga ay naibalik nila ang Letran sa finals. But this time, they mentioned na wala pa ring pressure and expectations for the girls, and it seems like to be translating with how they are moving right now inside the court. Your thoughts, Ken, Andrea?
Mamaya, but pakinggan muna natin itong timeout ni Coach Grace Antigua.
Receive. Ayaw ninyo.
Dapat tagamay na.
Na. Baho diya.
Makasaka. Tabang na lang sa katulong. Bawal.
Where's?
Mangita na sa pagin.
Service na to, oy! Service!
Well, you can feel the frustration of Coach Grace in that timeout, but hindi mo naririnig sa kanyang boses still going after that soft words na tapangan lang here in set number 3.
And remember, their coach, you mentioned at the top of their coverage, 3-time SEA Games gold medalist. An ace. Oh, Ledesma has been on fire.
Well, you would not expect a high-pressure serve coming off a middle blocker, but not when you're talking about Ledesma. This girl has been really the game changer of Letran.
Actually, si Ledesma kasi, ever since set number 2, na-activate na siya ni Estrella, and from there, I think yun yung key for them pulling away.
Yep.
Kasi nung set number 1, Martin set the tone for them. Dikit yung laban. But ever since na-activate ni Estrella yung middle blocker sila like Angel Ledesma, bumulusok na sila dito. And now, it's a 20-8 lead, biggest lead of the match so far. Sa gitna, Saladaga, one of the reinforcements from Southwestern University. Suwan, using her left hand, tapang. Pupuntahan si Martin, off speed. Suwan. Ball still in play. Oh, Velasquez going for it. Their center. Makilang. The tip. Joust at the net. Estrella. Oh, able to put that one in.
Miscommunication there for USC. And again, Letran just really being aggressive in their net defense. Back-to-back block points now for Letran.
21-8. Ledesma has been feasting at that service area. Good pass though from Bisnar. Oh, Suwan. Almost. Ganda ng depensa sa likod ng Letran. Buhay pa ang bola dito. Velasquez pupunta sa gitna. Saladaga. Ball still in play. De La Cruz. Oh, she gets that one in.
Oh, what a hustle there from Letran. And in that last play, itong si De La Cruz, just like Ledesma, no, a very aggressive middle blocker there. Whenever she's given an opportunity to attack with an overpass, really taking advantage of that opportunity.
3 points away. Oh, Ledesma coming up short. Medyo napagod din, no? Tumabaho eh. Ayan, no? 22-9. Si Napal, pinasok na dito. Also had flashes of brilliance in her short stint in set number 2. Estrella, pupuntahan si Makilang. Velasquez, pump set. Ganaswan. Sa gitna, Napal. Bisnar trying to go for it. Ang ganda ng net defense din talaga ng Letran eh. Wala silang pinapakawalan na bola dito, Rhea. But that time around, Zuan, her persistence paying off.
Talking about the net defense of Letran, ito na nga yung paulit-ulit na instructions ni Coach Grace Antigua to the attackers of USC to really outsmart that defense in the net and also the floor defense of Letran.
Mentioned Coach Grace Antigua. Won a gold medal in the SEA Games in 1981, 1985, and 1987. And she took over as a coach here for the University of San Carlos Lady Warriors in 2018. And agad-agad, pagpasok niya, Rhea, nanalo sila ng championship back in 2018. That was their last championship. And then 2019, they were in 3rd place. Then pandemic hit. 2022 pumasok. 3rd place naman sila. And then nung last nga, 2nd place. And one of the key guys on the side of the University of San Carlos that was really instrumental for them during the pandemic was their athletics and recreation officer, si Father Adriano Orcariza. Dahil nga, hindi niya pinabayaan yung players nitong USC. And that was made mention there by Feby Astella in one of her interviews. And that's why this score has been quite intact, always in the semifinals ever since si Coach Grace nga yung naging coach nila para dito sa Lady Warriors.
Well, the success of girls from USC is really a reflection of the support system that they are actually gaining, not only from in Coach Grace but also in the school itself.
Yeah. Leia Tapang. Powerful attack. And now they are at match point.
This time, Letran just really powering through the blockers of USC. And
at hihiling ng timeout dito si Coach Grace Antigua.
Naugang ka nga, nagiging mo lang din ipurma. Block na kaayo, oy. Ikaw di mo block na kaayo. Kaupat na na, gyud. Wag yapon gyud ka kakuha sa timing. Ayaw niya hatag. Ana, lagi ka, oh. Side step, side. Side step. Tara. Ay, ayaw sa ninyo ihatag ang usaha. Ayaw sa ninyo ihatag. Na. Tama! Warriors!
That huddle was powered by Smart Live More today.
You know what I love about Coach Grace is that in that timeout, hindi niya ni-remind yung girls of the score that we have here. Given that itong Letran, they're at match point instead. The instructions were mainly focused on kung paano blockin yung mga attackers ng Letran and how will they improve in the coming rally here in set number 3.
Bisnar. That's gonna go in. Tumamak sa kamay ng mga blocker dun.
It's a good intention there for USC to target the hands of the blockers, knowing it was a close-out double block on the side of Letran.
Saladaga. Letran, can they finish things off here? Tapang with the off-speed attack. Bisnar once more. Free ball for the Lady Knights. Can they finish the job? Tapang. The drop ball will work. And Leia Tapang. Just a picture of consistency off the bench para dito kay Coach Oliver Almandro.
And talking about itong si Tapang, who has been the smart plug for Letran in set number 1 and also here in set number 3, and really helped the offense of Letran other than Makilang, Martin, and this girl talking about Tapang really stepping up for Letran.
And the finalist of the NCAA Season 99 volleyball tournament, Letran Lady Knights, They are the first winners here in our 2024 Shakey Super League National Invitationals, part of Pool D. They will take on the Benilde Lady Blazers next in a rematch of that finals last season. That should be a fun one. They win this one against the University of San Carlos Lady Warriors in straight sets, 25-22, 25-14, 25-12. Our MVP of the match in just a bit when we return.
There's nothing like winning the game.
Congrats sa promotion.
There's nothing like leveling up. There's nothing like the first face-to-face. There's nothing like meeting the fam. For great times, great memories,
There's nothing like Shakey's.
get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more with Smart Power All-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
TNT TikTok takeover na! Tuloy-tuloy na live selling. Tuloy-tuloy na food talk. Tuloy-tuloy na dance talk. Para may only TikTok, mag-TNT TikTok saya 50 na. Lipat at load na.
Straight sets win po para sa mga taga-Intramuros. Letran doing damage here, 25-22, 25-14, 25-12. They are the first winners here in our 2024 Shakey Super League National Invitationals. And napili nating MVP of the match, Rhea?
It's no other than the middle blocker, Angelique Ledesma, who actually scored 7 points here in their first game, who chipped in crucial points off the block in set number 1 and set number 3. And also there in set number 3, we saw she took advantage of the service aces again in the latter part of set number 3.
And now, this is our MVP of the match brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. And she is with Mikey Abueg.
I am now here with our MVP of the match with 7 points, Angge Ledesma. Congratulations, Angge. This is your first game, pero medyo naging mabagal nga yung simula nyo during the first set. Ano nga ba yung words of wisdom na na-share sa inyo ni Coach O na nakatulong sa inyo makarecover?
Yung sinabi po ni Coach O, especially po nung first set, is maging aggressive and itaas po yung level namin sa paglalaro.
Ngayon naman, this is your first game, your first win. Paano nyo nga ba plano idiretso itong momentum na to?
We'll just play our game po, stick to the system, and believe po na kaya po namin every opponent po namin.
Now, this is your time to shout out and thank all your supporters.
Thank you po sa pag-support, especially po yung Letran community, yung family po namin, family ko po, Ledesma family po sa Zamboanga. Yan po. Thank you po.
Congratulations once again, Angge, to you and your team. And now, back to you guys.
The proud native of Zamboanga, Angge Ledesma. Like we mentioned, Rhea, ever since na-activate siya nung set number 2 and set number 3, nagtuloy-tuloy na. As we check out our Smart Powered Up plays brought to you by Smart Power All 99. Load now. Set number 1, tansyahan pa ito eh. Kasi 5-all tayo. Letran, unti-unti lumalayo. Pero USC, hindi rin nagpahuli. Able to tie things up when they were down by 5 points. But Letran, just able to weather the storm and able to pull away late in the opening set.
Yup, on the side of Letran, they actually had a good ball deflection off the net defense. And for USC naman, service errors piling up for them. Although both teams, it was a slow start for them. But on the side of Letran, really the attacks of Nitura, Makilang, and Martin has been the name of the game in that first set. And moving on to set number 2 for USC, again, continue yung service errors nila dito. And for Letran, they had a 5-point advantage in the early part of set number 2 with 8 to 3 point deficit there, and they really took advantage as well of their service aces and a convincing second set win here for them. And this is where itong si Ledesma really chipped in the most crucial points of that block defense.
Ledesma also, Leia Tapang, nung pinasok, nakapag-ambag ng puntos. Like we said, she is the spark plug of this team. Here she is with a smart play, punctuating that set number 2. They won that one 25-14. And set number 3, actually si Makilang din, no? She had a slow start in set number 1. And then set number 2, nagtuloy-tuloy siya all the way to set number 3. And Letran was just too much for the Visayas-based squad of Coach Grace Antigua. USC, make no mistake about it, they fought and tried to make a comeback. But like we said, Letran showing why they were the finalists in the most recent NCAA season of the volleyball tournament nila doon. And ito nga si Leia Tapang, patuloy yung pamamayagpag dito.
Although hindi natin siya nakita in the first set and second set talking about Tapang, but really her inputs in the third set has been crucial in that win for Letran.
And those are our smart powered up plays, as the numbers will really reflect how Letran dominated this one.
Well, we can really see the discrepancy in the attacks here. We have 39 for Letran and only 21 for USC. And also the blocks of Letran has been remarkable in this match, 7 compared to 1. And also 5 aces as well, 2 of which are coming from our MVP of the match. And we have an equal amount of errors here, but it was really the attacks and the blockings of Letran that paved the way for their win in game number 1.
Opening game, Letran po ang nanaig dito. Meron pa tayong 3 matches na dapat tunghayan dito. 12 p.m. we got Enderan Colleges against NU Lady Bulldogs. 2 p.m. University of Batangas contra UST. And then at 4 p.m. University of Southern Philippines Foundation will take on FEU. And our opening ceremony will commence in just a bit. Stay tuned only here on the 2024 Shakey's Super League National Invitationals.